Hey everyone, and welcome. In this explainer, we're going to break down two super common types of exponent problems. Now, I know they can look a little tricky at first, but you'll see the logic behind them is actually surprisingly simple. So let's get right into it.
So be honest, do problems like these, with all the fractions and powers, ever seem, well, a little intimidating? Yeah, a lot of people get tripped up by them. But don't you worry, by the end of this, you're going to have all the tools you need to solve them with total confidence.
All right, let's dive into our first challenge. What to do when you're faced with a negative power. This is a classic exponent problem, and the solution really just hinges on one key trick that makes everything else fall into place. Our goal here is crystal clear. We have to turn that negative power into a positive one. You absolutely have to do this step to simplify these kinds of expressions. So let's walk through exactly how it's done.
So this is the one we're tackling, negative 2/3, all raised to the power of -3. The first thing you should notice is that we've got two negatives to deal with here, one inside the fraction and one up in the exponent. Let's break down how to handle it.
So the big question is, what's the deal with that negative power? We can't just ignore it, and we can't just start multiplying negatives. No, there's a very specific mathematical rule we need to use here. And this is the key rule you need to know, the negative exponent rule. It says that anything raised to a negative power is the same as 1 over that thing raised to the positive power. Or, to put it simply, to make that exponent positive, all you gotta do is take the reciprocal of the base. That's it. You just flip it upside down. And listen, you might be wondering, is this really that important? Well, our source material includes a direct warning from a teacher. If you don't make that power positive, you're going to lose marks. So this isn't just about style. It's a required step to get to the correct final answer. Okay, so let's break this down into 3 simple steps. First, we're going to apply the rule we just learned. Second, that means we flip the base. What was on the bottom goes to the top, and what was on top goes to the bottom. And third, as soon as you flip it, boom, you can change the sign of the exponent and make it positive. And just like that, if you follow those steps, our original problem, negative 2/3 to the power of -3, becomes negative 3/2 to the power of positive 3. See that? We flipped the base, we made the exponent positive. Problem number 1, solved. All right, problem 1 is down. Let's move on to our second challenge. This one is all about solving an equation by getting a common base on both sides of that equals sign. So check this one out. We need to find the value of x in the equation. 3 to the power of x minus 1 equals 27. The tricky part here is that our variable, x, is stuck up there in the exponent. So how in the world do we get it down? So our game plan here is pretty simple, just 2 steps. First, look at the base on the left side. It's 3, right? Now, the big question for step 2 is, can we rewrite the number on the other side, 27, using that same base of 3? And of course we can. We know that 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 times 3 is 27. So, yep, 27 is just 3 to the power of 3, or 3 cubed. So by swapping out 27 for 3 cubed, look what happens to our equation. We've got 3 to the power of x minus 1 on one side, and 3 to the power of 3 on the other. This is the big breakthrough, because now the bases are the same. And that's awesome, because it lets us use another super important rule for exponents. Basically, if you have an equation where the bases are the same on both sides, it means the exponents have to be equal too. This is our ticket to solving for x. So putting that rule into action is super easy. Since both sides have a base of 3, we can pretty much just ignore the bases and focus only on the exponents. And that leaves us with a much friendlier little equation. X minus 1 equals 3. And from here, it's just basic algebra, right? You just add 1 to both sides of the equation, which gives you the final answer, x equals 4. And just like that, our second problem is solved. So we've knocked out both problems. Before we wrap this up, let's do a quick recap of the 2 super powerful exponent laws that got us through this. Okay, so here are the big takeaways. First, that negative exponent rule. Remember, to get rid of a negative exponent, just flip the base. Easy. And second, the equal base rule. If the bases match on both sides of an equation, you can just set the exponents equal to each other. These 2 rules will get you out of a lot of jams. And that's a wrap. But it kind of makes you wonder, right? Where else did these exponent rules pop up? Well, they're constantly used in science to calculate things like radioactive decay, in finance to figure out compound interest, even in computer science.
these rules are really everywhere. So where have you seen them in action? Let us know. Until next time, keep on learning.